Hey, good morning. Welcome back for the second IMBRSea webinar. In the past 2 days, or in the past week, some students in Oviedo have started already the program, and yesterday also students at the University of Bretagne in Brest also started the academic year for the IMBRSea master program. So within 2 weeks time we will start as well at Ghent University, and we thought it's maybe useful for you to have a short overview of some practicalities, and if there are questions, because you're a big group that will start here at Ghent University, so if there are questions, so you're able to post them now and that we can answer them live. So we have a short presentation to go over some practicalities, and then after that we will keep an eye on the mailbox. So if you have practical questions, you can send an immediate email, or you can post them via the chat box, the live chat, which is open on this streaming video webinar. So when you arrive at Ghent, so you have posted, or you should post your details regarding when you arrive. Some people still have to do this. It's I think about 7-8 people. So please maybe ask you, even when you're Belgian, to post at your student page when exactly that you plan to arrive, so we can inform somebody here to be aware when you arrive, and also to be reachable when you arrive at Ghent. So most of you will arrive via plane, I suppose. So if you arrive at Brussels airport, it's quite straightforward to take a train direction Ghent. If you just Google on taking the train, for example, from Brussels airport to Ghent, there's even small movies that show you how to do this. On the other hand, so you have to take the railway station Ghent-St. Pieters. Yeah. So at the trains they announce at the airport in English where the train goes, yeah, but they don't announce necessarily in English anymore when you arrive at Ghent-St. Pieters. So Ghent-St. Pieters is the railway station. When you get out at Ghent-St. Pieters, there are taxis, there are trams, there are buses available at the entrance of the airport. If you have specific problems on arrival times, for example, that are quite crazy, for example, you can always call us, and that's also why we have put 2 permanence numbers. So during working hours you can call the 0032 9264 8526 number. That's during working hours. You can also call the mobile number, that's my number, and so in case there is a practicality or something urgent, you don't know what to do exactly, and then I will forward you to somebody else if needed, or we will try to deal at the spot with your problem. You should have by now also accommodation. So the idea is when you arrive at Ghent, the first place to go is to the housing service in order to get your keys, or if you have rented on a private market, for example, for those is to find that place. I think that's the first thing to do. In case you arrive before, and some of you do, before actually the start of the actual academic activities, you're always welcome to visit us already at the campus Sterre, where the main building is, where the classes take place. So next week Ine Wethoek will be there. Ine is somebody that was previously enrolled in the program, and since the 1st of September will also work for the coordination of the program. And let's say the week of the 18th of September, both Marleen, for example, Ine, and myself, for example, will be around to help you out with practicalities if necessary. If you feel how to get to the campus Sterre, I just added here a small map. We will also post this presentation on the website. So it's quite easy. If you go to the railway station, yeah, you just go to the back of the railway station. There's a main street which is called the Voskenslaan, and you just follow that street until you end up at a big roundabout, and in front of you you will see the campus Sterre, and so it's the building at the right hand side. But normally if you use tools like Google Maps or something else, it should be quite straightforward and easy to get to the spot. So that's practicalities on arriving. I just said, yeah, you can arrive via Brussels Airport. Of course, you can also arrive via Brussels South. It's mainly planes via Ryanair, thank you. Ryanair that arrive at Brussels South. Brussels South is not Brussels. Yeah, so it's an airport which is located around 50, 60 kilometers from Brussels. And from Brussels South there are buses. It's a Flipco bus that goes directly to Ghent. So that's a bus you can take in order to arrive. And then you end up as well at the railway station of Ghent. So that's the easiest way to get to Ghent. You can also take first a bus to the railway station, and from there you can then get a ticket to the Ghent St. Peters via Brussels. So there's no direct train between Charleroi, so Brussels South, and Ghent St. Peters, while between Brussels Airport, the main airport, and Ghent St. Peters there are direct trains to get there. Okay, what is the program for the first days of the academic year? On the 20th of September, as you have read already in an email, we will have an official welcome meeting for all the IMBRSea students at 11 o'clock at the campus Sterre, so the same campus as I just explained a minute ago, where you can visit us. And we will do this in room 044. It's also one of the rooms where you might have classes. So try to be in time. At 11 o'clock we will welcome you with a cup of coffee, and there will be lots of practicalities that will be explained about the IMBRSea program, but also about, for example, how things here at Ghent University teaching will take place. So all kind of academic and practicalities will be explained during that meeting. So be there at 11 o'clock, and we close at 1 o'clock, around 1 o'clock in the early afternoon. So that's the first welcome, official welcome. It's also the place and the moment where you will be able to meet for the first time your fellow students. We will also do a tour here in the building, at least that you know within the building where to find and where to be at certain times. Then the 20th to the 22nd of September, there are the official welcome days for international students organized by Ghent University. So on the afternoon on the 20th, after we have had the meeting here, you can go in group if you want to the UFO building. So it's the main building at also the main building of our university with huge auditoria where all international students that arrive here at Ghent University will come together, and where there will be lots of practical explanations on being an international student at Ghent University. Practical things including how to take a bus, for example, where to open and how to open a bank account, all these very practical day-to-day important elements when you live here in Ghent and in Belgium. You received an email some weeks ago from Marlene, where she kind of suggested you to download the welcome guide. It's a small booklet, but that you will get in paper when you arrive here. But it's an interesting one also to read before already, because lots of answers to questions you might have when arriving here in Ghent will already get an answer. For example, things like where to rent a bike. Is it possible to rent a bike? What are, let's say, the regular opening hours of shops, all those kinds, where to get a doctor, for example, is all explained in that welcome guide. So the 20th and the 21st of September, the 20th in the morning, we meet at the campus Sterre, and then afterwards you can go to the central building of the university. On Friday, the 22nd of September, there is kind of a follow-up by the Faculty of Sciences, yeah, and that's again organized at the campus Sterre, not in building S8, but building S2. There you will get a general welcome to the Faculty of Sciences, because this program belongs to the research, to the Department of Biology, and the Department of Biology is an element of the Faculty of Sciences. And then we will, in group with the international students that are here at the Faculty of Sciences, it's 3 programs that will be represented. We will show you the library, for example, where we show you how certain software tools that you will need during your classes actually work. We will show you where the restaurant is, an important place in order to stay healthy and on a good energy level. And lunch is included, and there will also be a closing drink that's where you will be able to meet fellow students, not only from the IMBRSea program, but also other international programs at the Faculty of Sciences. Next element is the calendar. We would like to point you out. So there is the link to the calendar. The calendar is also available on the website. If you go to the website Information for Students, there you will be able to find also the teaching calendar for Ghent University. It's a Google Calendar. On purpose we took a Google Calendar because it's an easy one to embed or to take it, for example, on your phones as well. So I've taken here a screen capture for the first week. So the week of the 25th of September, because from that week on classes start. And on the Monday there will be no classes, but we will go in group to the UFO building, where we will make sure that you're all properly registered and you have your student card and login details for emails for software tools at Ghent University. So that's an important meeting. We will meet at 10 o'clock in the morning at the entrance of the building, at the stairs. So there's 2 entrances. One is with stairs. We will repeat this during the welcome meeting, don't worry. But don't get nervous, for example, when you arrive before the start of the academic year on, okay, what to do about my registration at Ghent University, because we do this in group, and both Marleen and Inne will go with you in order to guide you, and if there should be problems, for example, with certain papers, that things can be explained. So, the 25th of September will be registration day. You can call it like that. And then from the Tuesday morning onwards, at 10 o'clock, you have the first official class in the IMBRSea program, where you will start with a class on oceanography, and in the afternoon, as you see, there's quantitative methods. Now, where do you have class? It's mostly at the campus of the Sterre, sometimes at another building, but we will explain you well in advance where you can find those rooms. If you click on a class, you will always see as well the exact room where the class takes place. Keep an eye on that calendar, because sometimes there might be slight changes in the schedule, or additional activities might be added in that schedule. So it's an important critical thing for your first semester in the IMBRSea program. A few words on the transferable skills. There was an email on that, and there's quite some questions also on that. That's why we thought it's important to just clarify a few things. So there is included in the first semester the possibility to take 1 transferable skills course. And the transferable skills course here at Ghent University, you have the option to choose between an English course, so you can take additional English classes, and for that you should complete an online test already in order to identify the level you can enroll in. So that's one option. The other option, if you think, English is not really necessary for me, or I don't have any interest in that, you can also take the course which is called Graphics Design and Digital Imaging, which is a quite unique course here at Ghent University. And what we try to do is, from a multi-perspective point of view, introduce you to all kinds of elements related to digital imaging and scientific imaging. So there will be classes on photography, there will be classes on how to design, for example, via open source tool and vector-based graphics thing. There will be classes on tools like ImageJ to do really image analysis, but there will also be possibilities, for example, to get introduced in the classical way of making scientific images, even via drawings. So it's a very diverse course, so what you can do is you have to choose one of them for your diploma. You have to choose them at the start of the academic year. So you take or English or the graphics design. So in case you choose for the language course at the Language Center, because there we have to be very early to register you, it's possible to take also the graphics design course as an optional course. It will not count for your diploma, yeah, but you will get an additional certificate for it, and well, if you pass the course, of course, that states that you have followed this course here at Ghent University. The opposite is not possible. So if you say, I take the graphics design course, yeah, then you cannot take an additional course at the Language Center, because simply at the Language Center is a bit a special unit within the university. They don't allow you for those kind of optional courses. If you would like to do, then you have to pay in addition some extra costs for that extra language course. So that is a bit the information about the transferable skills. Now, next week we will be in Portugal for the start of the academic year there. There's around 35, 37 students starting also in Portugal. Now, we will also have kind of an academic session at the meeting in Portugal, where we will officially and formally kick off this new master program. For those that would be in Portugal, of course, you're very welcome to attend the meeting, but I think that's not really feasible for most of you. So we made sure you can at least follow it online as well. And the link is there, but will be communicated again also via email. Via that link you will, so next week on Monday between 2:30 and 4:30, you will be able to follow live actually the official kickoff of the meeting, of the master program. In case you cannot follow it, don't worry, we also record the whole session and we will put the session online. Interesting is that it's not only just welcomes and introductions to the program, but there will also be a scientific talk given by Professor Ian Cokes about how can fisheries management contribute to achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So, and that session will be recorded separately as well, and I think it might be interesting to be to have a look at the possibilities there. And as I said at the beginning, it's a very short session. So in terms of practicalities, that's for now all we want to say, and it's what we mainly would like to do is actually answer questions that come now in via the chat box or via the email. So I will have a look. There's the first question: will we have to write a lot during our lectures? Should we bring any copybooks, or will the electronic version of lectures be provided? It's a very practical question, to the point question already. Normally all the material, course material, is made available before or during or after each session. Now, some people take notes on their laptops or in a digital way. You're of course free to also take notes whenever you do. So that depends a bit on teacher. It's on the teacher by basis, and also it's personally, I think, if you like to write more. Of course, you can also buy just books and note material right here at Ghent, in Ghent. So there's many shops for that, many options for that. So don't worry. Normally all the electronic material will be available. Same as, for example, what we have also a library here at Ghent University, an IMBRSea library, where you're also able to lean out some of the textbooks if necessary, for example. So it's quite easy to get access to all that material. Other questions? What is the deadline for registering for this optional course in graphics design? How and when should one do it? So you have to register already, as mentioned before, via email on your student page for which transferable skills course you take. So for those that take English, for example, you will have the possibility to register for, in case you want to take the graphics design as an optional course, during the first week of the academic year. So the first week of classes, by the first class we should know, okay, who is taking in addition this class, just to make sure we can prepare for the practicalities, because it's a very practical course and we have to make sure we're able to organize everything in a proper way. Let's see where there's more questions coming in. We keep on having a look at the chat box. So you can also post questions via email. Of course, we will still continue answering questions that come in via email, don't worry. Make sure if you have a question, for example, they're very well formulated. Yeah. There's a question from Polymil. Which documents should we bring for the registration on the 25th of September? Very good question, important question indeed. There you will need a hard copy of your official admission letter, but we will have that letter here at Ghent University ready in hard copy, so no worries about that one. Secondly, you will need your ID, yeah, but I think when you arrive in the country, it's quite obvious. And then thirdly, you will need also, if not provided already, your legalized copies of your diplomas. If they're not ready by then, yeah, then on the moment you enroll, you will be kind of enrolled in a special status, indicating that you still have to kind of foresee this or provide this document in a later stage. We will explain this also very well during the welcome meeting on Wednesday, so don't worry, but know at least you know already that kind of information. Where online will this video conference be posted? This one will be posted as well on the video channel of IMBRSea. Let's say the name of the channel is still quite a difficult one, and that's simply because YouTube doesn't allow us to make a short name before we have enough people that subscribe to the channel. So we would like to invite you and all the students to subscribe to the video channel, and that way you can do it also via your IMBRSea email account where you received login details for last week. So please start using that one, it's already active, and subscribe to this kind of channel, because we will post in the coming months lots of videos and video material and tutorials on the channel, so that's the aim. Other questions? Just wait 2 more minutes. If no more questions come in, then we can close this meeting. So it's a short meeting, but we hope at least that it has been useful just to inform you about some practicalities for the coming weeks. We really look forward to meet you all in the coming weeks during the welcome meetings in Oviedo and in Brest, for example. Things went really smooth. You see there is on the video, it's the call to Thème de Prix at IMBRSea video channel. We will send an email about it. Yeah, this is the channel, but we will change most probably the name of it because it should not be related to me as a person, but we will make it the official IMBRSea video channel. So we will send you an update on that, and we will also post it on the website in a clear point.
Maybe also interesting to know, if you want to watch the IMBRSea kickoff moment live, it starts at 2:30 in Portugal, so that means 3:30 European time. Yeah. So 1 hour later.
Keep in mind the time differences in general between different countries. So also on the official kickoff today, we will publish a page with more information on that on the website. We're just looking if there's no more questions coming in. There's no more questions coming in. So thank you for watching, and see you all very soon in Ghent. The weather still is okay, but they announce for the coming weeks start of autumn. So be prepared for a real Belgian autumn, meaning sun and sometimes a little bit of rain. But that makes sure everything stays nice and green. So see you all in the coming weeks, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.